I wanted to do a reaction video to the Star Report that was done today on the 13th of April. I was able to donate to the show, but I wasn't able to really listen to the show. And then for the last 45 minutes, I've been listening, and then I sent Star an email requesting his permission to use just audio on his show. So there won't be any visual, there'll just be audio. Salute to you as well. Cloud Chase. Oh, oh, Cloud Chasing episode. I know who that is. So, we're gonna take this moment and listen to Star and hear what he has to say. Such a what I've heard so far is a great show. Hopefully it'll come on. You know, Star always takes a moment before he comes on live. He takes his time.
Hilfiger. Good afternoon. This is the Star Report Early Research Edition. And I just got back in the house, working out at the gym. I'm back on the juice. And I'm charged. Hey, I have to do a conspiracy show. I don't do conspiracies, you know, but I'm so dumbfounded. I think that's the...
I don't want to toot my own horn, but I have rubbed off on Star. There was a time you could not get Star to do any conspiracies. I mean, I've been listening to Star since Live and Direct and the Star Chamber and, you know, Star in the Morning. And let me tell you, this man hated conspiracies. He wanted no part of conspiracies. If you had a conspiracy, he was like, he'll just cut you off and explain your conspiracy for him. He'll just start breaking down the conspiracy in itself. And he'll just, like, you know, he would basically shut you down, say everything you were going to say. Or at least, that's what he would do. He would hang up on people with conspiracies. So I've slowly, throughout the years, have opened Star's mind to, you know, the hoax of the world. You know how so many events happen, and we have to... I'm over here cleaning my glasses that I just found. I've been missing these for 3-4 years now. I had 2 pair. One of the pair had all of the film, what's that, the UV protection, like broke away and faded away. It was pretty bad. And this thing was sitting for 3 years behind a shelf in a basement. So I'm trying to bring it back to life. These were called the Brooklyns, and they were made by this company called Mott and Bayard. They were this company called MK Vision in Chinatown and in Forest Hills. And MK Vision in Chinatown and in Forest Hills, they had this cool little boutique upstairs from their optical store. And it was very exclusive, and they would carry exclusive Tom Fords and all kind of 100% 14 karat gold glasses. Amazing stuff in this little spot in Forest Hills. So this was one of their brands. They're from their own label. I don't believe it exists any longer, but this was one of their first editions, and it was called the Brooklyn by Mott and Bayard. That was the name of the eyeglassware company. I don't know if it exists any longer. But I bought 2 to 3 pair of these. I used to wear these all the time. So I bought, this might be the 3rd pair. And then it just came up missing. And I found it the other day. LJ was going to throw it away. She's going to take my glasses. My first edition Martin Bayard Brooklyn. Look, serial numbers on it and all that. She was going to take these glasses the other day and throw them away. I was like, are you crazy? Look, I'm just taking alcohol wipes and getting it popping. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. This is what I was rocking 4 years ago. 5 years ago. I have always had a thing for eyewear. Especially when I stopped wearing contacts. I think these need new lenses. Whoa, that's cloudy. But look how beautiful. Come on. Forget about it. Forget about it. How beautiful. I think the UV protection is worn out on this as well. So it'll never get cleaned. I have to get new lenses. That's what sucks about UV protection. It wears off after a few years. And then where these were, there's a lot of moisture. So that UV protection is not really working. Why don't we play some Star while I buff these out? Oh, this is looking much better. Look at that. Boom. Can't believe LJ wanted me to dump these. Is she crazy? Crazy lady. Let's listen to this amazing show from Star. Troy Terrain, Star Report. 13th of April in the year 2020. It's trying to... Oh, I'm bugging. I got this. Oh, I feel a little wobble in this one here. It's a little bit of a wobble. I need to see about getting this tightened ASAP. Yeah, because the sun is going down. I was like this all day. And now I wanted to switch it up. Boom. Look at that. Boom. The fragrance of the day. What is that? Where are we? Dior Hombre. In Brooklyn. Just finished cooking for the last 4 hours. Did a lot of sous vide. Sous vide this and sous vide that.
word with regards to the shooting that happened in Brooklyn, New York, yesterday morning. Got a bunch of notes, and the shooter, according to multiple reports, is still at large. New York City Mayor Eric Adams battling COVID, in case you don't know. And I'm not going to dump on the new black female commissioner. I never met her, or at least I don't think I have. I like what she's doing, what she's saying. Highly intelligent. But I'm just not sure about the alleged shooter. Frank James, this is the man they're pointing to. Supposedly there is a bounty. I shouldn't say a bounty, a reward. I have to confirm that. I'm not sure about the reward. I was told $50,000. Good afternoon, troll babies. If someone can confirm the reward for this man, please send me an email. I'll put that information on the screen shortly. But I watched some of his videos starting yesterday, prior to yesterday evening's show. We had fun with regards to Benzino. But I wanted to do somewhat of a deep dive today and sift through the paperwork to see if this makes sense. And to me, it doesn't. And again, I don't do conspiracies. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I am not a student of perpetual doubt. I always try to see the glass as halfway full as opposed to halfway empty. Pardon me. But there's so many things that just don't add up. And as you may or may not know, our president, who I didn't vote for, Joe Biden, just spoke about gun control a day prior to this shooting.
What a coinkydink.
Day prior. And then today, bunch of notes. Pardon me. No. April the 6th, a few days ago, the Washington Post put out a story. Palm Springs, California looks to give trans residents monthly cash payments. It's reparations. Did you know this? And this could be the first of its kind in the country. I got the notes. Give me some time. I'll get to that. But the shooting, did you know nobody died? Hang on a second. Here's the notes that I have according to ABC News. 16 injured, 10 with gunshot wounds, 5 in critical but stable conditions, no life-threatening injuries at this time. No known explosive devices on New York City subway trains. Now, yesterday, again, I streamed live early in the morning on my other YouTube channel, and they kept talking about explosive, the bomb squad. It was just chaos. Bomb squad. Recent reports are now saying no known explosives. Supposedly, this guy had fireworks. And in case you don't know, he let off a canister, a smoke canister first, then he started shooting. Now, you tell me, for those of you who are conspiracy theorists, was he shooting people in the ankles, the arms? Maybe he didn't intend to shoot anybody. Maybe he's an agent.
If anyone has seen the video of the the people running out of the smoke-filled train, and the one guy standing there, all of a sudden, like, just a bunch of blood just like drops. I called that the cord of blood technique. If anybody remembers when I'm not sure if it was Eddie Murphy, but they were in the jail cell. Yeah, it was Eddie Murphy. I think it was Risky Business or Trading Places. And Eddie Murphy said, "Yeah, don't make me do the cord of blood technique on you." So Eddie Murphy, they were like, "Yeah, what's that? And he said, "Yeah, I do this move, and a cord of blood just dropped right out your ass." So it was like the guy in the train was doing the cord of blood technique. Everybody had a cord of blood, just splattered on the ground and all that. Give me 1 second, y'all. thought I had stopped playing this whole time. What happened?
I hate to make it a black and white thing, but this is what they're gonna do. A white boy would have done headshots. Pow, 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 right? Infrared beams. Terminator style.
I got a brush and a drumstick. 2-piece. It's one of the few places you can go to and the chicken is not too salty. I love that.
Wounds people. It reminded me of the some type of biracial failed bomb terrorist in a plane. This was years ago, I forget when. He got so nervous on the plane.
Oh,
he
the
was
underwear
sweating,
bomber.
and he got the fuse wet on the bomb that was in his leg that he was supposed to ignite, boom, and blow up the plane. Does anybody remember?
I remember that. And I think it was exposed that some general got him on the plane. And it was some kind of like, it was either the shoe bomber or the underwear bomber. One of those two failures.
Remember that. Some type of biracial bomber. Can you guys hear me? How's the audio? Testing. I don't want to talk too loud. And he was sweating. And he got the fuse too wet to fucking light. Anyway, I don't want to make light of this, but if that would have happened in Chicago, 14 people would be deceased.
That's a fact.
Chicago or some other place. No. But in New York, where I worked there for years, I know how the media works. I know how they twist and misconstrue stories. Bait and feed is a very popular term in New York media, television, and radio. Bait and feed. They bait you and they feed you something. Anyway, I got some other notes here. Give me some time. I just want to, again, sift through this. Also, showrunner Mano says he likes to role play as a runaway slave. I just saw that video. It's in my community section. Sitting with Angela Yee. Is that her show, Lipstick Something? I like her. Met her twice. Very, very nice to me. Pretty teeth. Holy smokes. I remember last time I saw her in person, 2013. Teeth were white. I can't say nothing bad about her. I mean, you know what? Never mind. So her show, I think that's her show that Mano's on. It didn't look like his. Is it Kitchen Talk? I want to give him his props. It looked like it was Angela Yee's. Okay. No, she's not that old. Stop it. She's not 56. Stop. Did she get married yet? I was trying to put a ring on it a couple of years ago. I think she blocked me. Anyway, yeah, so New York City, there's a manhunt for the shooter. Hold on a second. Let me pull some of these notes before I get into some of these other afternoon topics. According to the New York Times, New York officials are now referring to Frank James as a suspect in connection with the Brooklyn subway shooting. Okay. James, 62 years of age, an address in Wisconsin as well as Philadelphia, hired a U-Haul truck. Now, the police recovered the U-Haul truck near the station. So my question, how did he get away from the shooting? Did he just walk off? Cameras everywhere. Everywhere. Why have they not, pulled the cameras and figured this out? Why is it now 24 hours, more than 24 hours after the shooting? If memory serves me correctly, it only took them a few hours to find some of the bombers from decades ago. Remember? People trying to bomb buildings in Manhattan? Took them less than 24 hours. Anyway, I'm looking at NYPD News. Hold on a second. Anyone with info about the incident or his whereabouts should contact 1-800-577-TIPS, all right? Again, I watched some of his videos on YouTube. Doesn't sound deranged to me. Doesn't sound even angry. He just sounds like he's using his freedom of speech right. Was he making threats? I don't know. I didn't listen in detail. I was busy. But here's something else that bothers me. I see a picture of him with no hat on. Troll babies. Anybody want to call in and troll? Let's get the trolling early. It's just... I have to play the conspiracy card until this makes sense. On YouTube, he's wearing sunglasses and fitted caps or snapbacks. The camera that I'm looking at with him supposedly coming out of the subway station, he's not wearing a cap or shades. Also, I want to talk to you guys this afternoon about the Starr Report. I just posted earlier some of the new analytics. Hey, Tony, I got your donation. Thank you so much for tapping in. I want to talk to you guys about the Starr Report and programming, keyword, programming with regards to what it is that I do and how I can more than likely assist you programming and your brands, your services, your music, or your up-and-coming platforms. I've had YouTube channels I've lost, trial and error. We used to have a lot of fun in the early days of Live and Direct, the Star Chamber, stuff like that. But the Starr Report, I use a different model. I use a radio formula. Some of you know this already, but if you don't know, I use a radio formula. So with regards to brands and, again, the services or anything else that you're trying to get exposure for, I do a programming model. Yes, there are other platforms that have more subscribers, more views on a video. But do they go live daily? Do they program people to know about your brand, your URL, your services? And again, I cater towards a younger demographic, and that's why we send out the analytics, so you can see the people who purchase items, clothing, food, any type of accessories. That's my audience, the 18 to 34 demo, okay? But we'll talk about that later, and why it's so important to program daily into people's heads what it is that you're trying to sell, as opposed to going live twice or 3 times a week. And again, they can have bigger numbers, bigger subscribers, but if they're not programming, that's the difference, right? All right, sit tight. I see you guys on the phones. Give me a second. And I'm sorry, let me put some on the screen right now and we'll come back to Mano. I want to get to the dumb shit. Mano said something in that clip about after Master whips him, and then role-playing with regards to a Caucasian or white female, and he's sweaty. Troll babies, are you up to speed? I come with the dumb shit early. Very early. Justin Hunt says, what the fuck? Yeah, it's in the community section. Please go look at it. I got some tea. this afternoon and a protein shake. As I said, just got back from the gym. All right, Smoke Screen Inc. I got your donation. Hey, Star, it's Smoke Screen Inc. from the 6. Okay. Okay, Choke So Broke took his video down after Benzino threatened him.
Stop the cap.
He also said when he sees Gully TV, it's on site. Hang on a second. Please send me the link. That's Benzino. It's kind of sad to see him still going down that path at 57. But who am I to criticize anybody? Some people just don't play the game on social media. So I don't know anything about Choke So Broke. I don't watch his channels. I still watch your channel. And I do fuck with Gully TV from time to time. Send me the link, please. Let me see Benzino blacking out, okay? Also, did I read this one yet? Okay, why the caged pussy sings. Thank you. It's a little early for that type of language, but thank you for tapping in. Hey, 302, I'm doing research this afternoon. Not that you have to be up to speed, but I'm talking about the suspect in New York. At large. Do you care? 302? Hey, man, good to hear from you. What's cracking?
Hey, I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm trying to make sense of things. As you know, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but there's just so much that I have to question about the shooting. Nobody died. How did this guy get away? He's 62. It's not like, it's a younger man who was he's 62. Where do you want to jump in?
I like how you started off with the headliner, but can I tell you what the subtopic about Mano?
Yeah, please, let me put that on the screen. Go ahead. Mano on Angelo Yee's show said he likes to role play as a runaway slave. I might make that the main title, but go ahead.
May I ask you a question? Do you think that Mano is suffering from post-traumatic slavery syndrome?
I don't know. I don't know him that well.
That was post-traumatic slavery syndrome. It's come up a few times on Star's show. And Skylar Saunders is asking the question. Because the whole thing with Mano is he's being interviewed and says that he's never told this to anyone before. And he's revealing that he has a bit of a fetish, one that he hasn't truly lived out, but he wants to be this runaway slave that gets caught and beaten by the slave master, who's a male, and runs into the big house and smashes the master's wife. And he says most white women that he approaches with this fantasy, they don't want to do it. They're very, they're embarrassed. They don't want to do it. They're very cautious to role play in these slavery game kind of things. But, let's not be foolish. The slavery aspects of having sex with, like the white woman and the black man, that thing comes up often. Mano is not talking about, yes, it's totally taboo, but it's something that I've heard spoken about with friends of mine that have been with white women, and they say, things like, they drop in the white women are using the N-word, and they do all sorts of like slave role play. So I've heard this before. This is nothing new. This is not, it's just someone is publicly saying it, so it's a little different. It hits a little different.
I think he's made the turn into being a social engineer. I've seen a couple of his shows. Wish him all the best. I don't know.
Well, I mean, given the content of how he presented his argument, he just seemed so relaxed and comfortable. Like he was saying things that were, just shooting the breeze. It seemed, it wasn't. It seemed like he was. It's almost like he's trivializing the black experience for that matter. Is that you think that?
You used the word argument. I don't think he was arguing at all. I think he made a statement. He may have just done that for shock. I mean, he's sitting there with a bunch of females. Right. Maybe he just wanted to shock them. Some type of kinky thing. I remember what's his name? Tank went on her show, Angela Yee, and I think he said if a guy has a sexual experience with another man, that doesn't mean he's gay. So maybe Mano's trying to follow that lead and get some traffic for his platform. Go ahead.
Okay. So, given the content that he was trying to say, and like you just said, he probably wanted to, get the lady type, get him, hot and bothered in a sense.
Yeah.
And he said, and then at the end of the clip, Angela Yee asked him if they call him nigger, the white women that he encounters with, and he just, I can't remember.
Yeah, Angela Yee on her show kept trying to get Mano to answer the question whether or not the N-word is used, and he refused to answer. He said, no, I think best if I don't answer that. But of course the N-word is used. It's one of those things that alpha males are gonna have these women in these situations where they're going to be told what to say, and they are going to say what you tell them to say. That's just the reality of an alpha man. Alpha man's life is different than the regular guy. He claims that he hasn't had the fantasy done, but he wants to, but he didn't want to say whether or not the N-word was used. Because, I guess, she'll call you the N-word, but won't call you, won't pretend to whip you. So he's dealing with that issue. This is Mano we're talking about, the rapper.
Exact words, but he was more like reserved after, her asking that question.
I didn't watch it that far because I was busy, but I think he's going to get the effect he's looking for. Again, he's trying to get some traffic, get a buzz popping, keep his name going. He's a good guy. I'm not mad at him for saying what he said. I wouldn't co-sign that thinking, but it's going to pick up traction, I assure you, as the day goes on.
And I wholeheartedly disagree with him, but I respect him for, if that's his truth, then he should live it.
Yeah. Okay. Good to talk to you, Skylar, and I got your showrunner coming up shortly. I always keep it on.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
On the dashboard. Good to talk to you, man.
Good to talk to you, sir. Take care.
Sir. Take care. All right, Skylar Saunders. Programming. All right. You know the name, Skylar Saunders. Big supporter of the machine here. Matter of fact, let me put his information on the screen right now. That's key with regards to what it is that I do. Again, I use a radio format, and I want you folks to know that with regards to what I can provide for you. Programming into the minds of my viewers and my new audience. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me just read this real quick. I'm curious about the Palm Springs, California looks to give trans residents monthly cash payments. This is according to the Washington Post. Again, April the 6th is when this came out. The council vote.
Yes, I am in Red Hook. Rob Lowe, what's up, dude? T Rilla, what's poppin'? Sounds like PH stuff. Bon appetit. Yeah, thank you for that. Naked Matrix. Shocking.
To allocate $200,000 to Queer Works and DAP Health, another nonprofit, to develop a pilot program that will be pitched to state lawmakers and private donors for funding. So this is in motion. It's not a law. It's not a reality just yet, but let me just put it back on the screen. I'm jumping out the window and I'm saying that they will give trans residents reparations. But again, you can do the research on your own. Also, according to the Washington Post, the Palm Springs proposal could be the first guaranteed basic income program specifically for low-income, transgender, and non-binary people to be implemented in the country. So this could be a model that will, pick up traction in other states. There's more to it.
Yeah, I would totally agree. All right, I think I'm back. I was buffering for a moment. And it's about the universal income. And they want to push this with the trans because they have to get people about that. And we are in Park Slope, Brooklyn. Yeah. Yeah, universal income. They have to get it started because this is where they see most people falling onto, especially with this New World Order. Universal incomes will be a big deal, a very big deal.
I wonder the umbrella of being black. Welfare in the 70s. Welfare. You could come here, you could get food stamps, you could get something to get you up off your feet, get your family in motion. All you had to do was just be a certain shade. You could qualify. No income. Control babies? Oh yeah. Let's have that conversation. Okay, and then we always have someone that says, well, you got welfare, that was reparations. Knock it off.
There are a lot of people that say that, but it was hurdles that you had to go through. Reparations, welfare can't be reparations because it was too many hurdles. Yes, there was, he's saying that being black, get it even faster, but don't try to get off of it, or don't try to make any more money than this amount. You're going to stay stuck where you're living and how your income is, because you can't. You're in this bubble, the welfare bubble. So but I know the point Star's making.
Okay, who's got the unicorns up in the live chat? Now, come on, slow that down, please. We were talking about the unicorn trannies last night. Come on, today's a different day. I want to do research. But I wanted to put that on the table with regards to, again, Palm Springs, California, a push to give monthly cash payments to transgenders and other non-binary people. All right, let me go to Cash App early, and then I want to get back to Mano. Okay. The reward is $50,000 for information leading to his arrest. Tito, thank you, Tito Strong. Okay. I have to do a conspiracy show this afternoon. Nobody killed. And he lit the canister first, if you know the story, Train starts to smoking. He's busting shots. Not that we want to see any deaths or anything, but we have to keep it real, you know? Did he intentionally not want to shoot people in the heads? Is he an agent? Is he a tool? A tool for the man. Blade, I got your donation. How they ain't caught this... Okay, yeah. He's an older guy. Yeah, 62. He probably uses Bengay, you know, probably got a touch of, what do you call it, tendonitis, and just walked off. Probably walked off with orthopedic shoes. Okay, hold on a second. As the hunt for James continued, New York police official counterparts asked the people share cell phone video from the shooting. On another train, go up to South Ferry Seaport, Lower Manhattan. They put him in a helicopter.
Oh, wow.
I'm going out there right now. I'm out there right now. Does he work for the government? You got a black commissioner, you got a black mayor. Oh, and they just arrested yesterday the black lieutenant governor.
Yes, they
for
did.
Bribery, some other stuff. He resigned. Cleaning up New York or getting black folk in check? I don't know. Tomal got your donation about that shooting. Hooray for Hollywood. I'm not going to say you're wrong at this point. 62.
Hooray for Hollywood sounds like people are saying it's a hoax.
Missing. You're right. Progress 11 got your donation. Angie. Okay, you meant to say Angela Yee? Okay, I'm not using words like that, sir, to describe anyone. I know her to be a pretty nice female. Thank you for your donation. There are community guidelines. You can't just say stuff like that, but thank you again. Battle. The shooter is in the alternate bussy dimension.
Dang.
610. I'm in research. Oh, you have to.
And by the way, LJ and I found out where the bussy dimension comes from, because Star was trying to put the alternate bussy dimension on me when it was Star that came up with the alternate bussy dimension. And in the same episode he came up with the alternate bussy dimension, he is talking to me saying, what do I know about it? I'm like, you made it up. I don't know. And Star is trying to say, in the same exact show, and that was the show where Ronnie was on the show, Brooklyn Kennedy was on the show, and they were talking about zombies and how zombies, how-to guide to fight zombies, kind of a show. And Star was going, he was doing a show about that, and that's when the alternate bussy dimensions came up. So I didn't invent it. That was Star.
Speed. New York, matter of fact, New York taking an L. 610. I'm going there. Good afternoon. 610. Yes, no, maybe? Ronald, thank you for your donation.
Oh.
You know, I just saw that video.
Star. Hey, Star.
Good afternoon.
Star.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I love you, Star. Been listening to you since Philadelphia.
Streets got no love. Let's get to the topics. Streets got no love.
Okay. Yeah, let's get to the topics. Okay, what do I think about... Okay, 1 second, Star. Just fixing my phone. I'm at work, so please. He's from Philly, so I'm from Philly.
Who are you talking about?
He already had...
Who are you talking about?
I'm a Brooklyn subway guy.
Okay, see...
He's from Philly.
Okay, yeah, a Philly address, Wisconsin address, but now you're saying he's born and raised in Philly?
I believe so. I believe he was born and raised in Philadelphia.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
That's what they've been...
Go ahead.
That's what they've been talking about on Power 99.
Okay.
But however, I think it's just a disgrace. And honestly, it may have something to do with the vaccines.
Oh my goodness, this laugh.
You're laughing. I'm doing a conspiracy show. It may.
Yeah, it might have something to do with that third shot. Okay? It might have something to do with that third shot. But that just goes to shows how we might be just living in our last days, where you could just get on the subway, you could just drive from Philly and park your truck and get on the subway just to let something go and to let a few out,
What?
out of the gun, and just to make a scene. And I heard he was a YouTube guy too.
Aren't we all? YouTube is the platform. Yeah, I saw some of his videos.
Yeah, he has a platform on YouTube, so he might have just been doing for likes and views.
Well, he didn't even have over 1,000 subscribers, the page that I went to. So maybe, hang on a second, since we're doing a deep conspiracy theory dive. Maybe they reached out and tapped him, said, hey, you're 62. We're going to set you up somewhere in the Canary Islands. Here's what we want you to do. We see that you've been talking against the government, we're going to stage something. We're going to get you out of there. We'll get you out of there. But we need you to say certain things, and you'll benefit from this. What do you think?
Possibly. How the hell did he get away? He's like 6'2", bald-headed, 390 pounds.
No, baby, you're lost. He's 62. He's 5'6". He's 60.
No, baby, you're lost. He's 62. Not 6'2". I love that.
I'm running over here now. Can't believe it.
Calling. Just call back if you do a little more research. I'm somewhere else right now, but thank you for tapping in.
Sure. Well, thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
She said he's 6'2". Troll baby said he's 62, yes, and 5'6" or 5'7". They're saying bye, Felicia. Frank, does anybody give a damn? Suspect still at large. I think we should change the title and just focus on Mano. Troll babies, let me ask my my beautiful troll kids, should we focus on Mano, what Mano said? I mean, it's like New York has taken an L with this shooting. This was not an act of terror. Oh. Mano and Sarah J, I'm not up to speed. Send me a link, please. Hold on. I do research. We can change this up right now. Hold on a second, goddamn. I'm with all the dumb shit. Hold on. For anybody who cares, I had a pretty good workout this morning, even though I'm still searching for Pharmacist 300. Somebody sent me something I didn't like it. I tried it one time and threw that stuff away. I said, nah, I'm too old to be experimenting. Okay. Rapper Mano says he likes to roleplay as a runaway slave with white women. Okay, that's our title. Anybody give a damn about New York taking another L, huh? That was Chicago, Chi-Town, Chirac. That would have been 12 body bags. Minimum 12 body bags. Okay, I just changed up the title. We're gonna focus on Mano. And I got something else I never put on the screen. Hang on a second. Where's that? Something about Sempin. I can't find it. Damn it. Reparations. Give me a second, guys. Let me see if I can find this. Hold on a second. In the meantime, 917, good afternoon. Please watch the language. We're doing research. Did you see the Mano video? Do you care?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. What do you want to start?
Yeah. This is Xavier from Staten Island. So,
Okay.
I just wanted your opinion. What do you think about arming NCA workers? Because the NYPD got a $1 million budget, and they didn't stop anything. But the MTA workers that were there just armed with a flashlight and a radio, the cops' radio wasn't even working. So what do you think about that?
Sir, I'm not a New York resident. I haven't.
Let me just say, when seconds is what you need, the police are always minutes away. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. It's just a reality. The idea that police have the foresight to see anything like this happening is just crazy. And then, are you going to put a police officer in every train? What if the police is in the front car and this is happening in the middle, or the second car, or the first car? You know, these train cars are 10 trains put together.
Been for many, many years. I don't even want to sit here and pretend like I've got in-depth knowledge. I'm in the South, loving the South. If you ask me, this is an L for New York. A shooter, wherever he's from, ripped some shots, nobody's dead, and you guys overreacted. Respectfully. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I just think it should be like how it is down south in the Midwest when everybody's armed. Because I know if you were on that train, what would have happened?
I don't even want to talk about guns and what I would do, because that's just not cool. Hey, the guy did what he did, but I'm doing a conspiracy twist here this afternoon. How did a 62-year-old man walk away after shooting a bunch of people?
I can tell you.
8:30. Please tell me.
Okay, at that junction, you got there's like 4 different lines that come through there. You got the D, the N, the R. So you got 4 or 5 different tracks. You can easily just walk out and walk to another train, and you got a vest on the tracks. And then there's already panic and pandemonium. They said the cameras weren't working. You hop on another train, you're in another borough in 20 minutes. Easy.
Stay with me. Stay with me. You say you're from Staten Island?
Yeah.
What part, may I ask?
Arlington, Mariners Harbor.
Okay. I used
10303.
Okay. I used to smash cokehead whores out in New Dorp back in the 80s. Anyway.
Yeah, that's the white side.
Yeah. Okay, the reason why I asked, are you born and raised in Staten Island?
Born in Brooklyn, raised in Staten Island.
Okay. Nobody's letting a 62-year-old shoot people and then walk away. Somebody snuffed him, jumped on him. Hang on a second.
Exactly.
No, but
whoa, hang on. Or at least said, there he is, right there. Get him. Somebody would have pointed him out and said, there he is. A 62-year-old. He couldn't run. Please, you have the floor.
True.
It's funny that Star thinks a 62-year-old can't run. But I will say, the reality of this man busting that many shots and having the whole smoke thing going on, it don't even make sense. He would have got jumped in New York. Somebody would have grabbed, especially if it's a pistol, somebody would have grabbed that pistol. They would have grabbed his arm. They'd have tackled him. Ain't no way you busting that many shots, changing clips, and you not gonna get jumped on. People ain't having that in New York like that. Everybody just running, and I looked at the people running. There was confusion in their face. They were totally didn't know what the hell was going on and confused.
Well, I think with all of the panic and chaos, and people are they're under the smoke, they're ducking under the seats on the train, they're trying to run to the next car, they're running across the platform. I don't think they were really looking and saying, okay, that's the shooter right there, because from the video that I saw, he was hiding behind the smoke, so nobody might even got to look at him, and then when the smoke clears, the doors open, he had that vest on. If you take the vest off and throw it, how do you know it's him, And then talking about We're talking about rush hour. So there's dozens of people on the platform with 2 different trains. And you know, Star, well, I don't know, you might not know, but anybody from New York City knows when an express train pulls in and there's a connection with the local, people are running back and forth to catch the local or the cars down.
Right.
They didn't know what's going on, because how would you know? You know?
I hear you loud and clear, sir. But again, we're talking about a 62-year-old, and as you said, rush hour, 8:30, 8 or 8:39 or something like that in the morning. I just don't believe it, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't believe this guy.
No, I don't either. I don't either, because I'm with you, Star, because I don't know how there's 10,000 cameras and then the 3 that were right there all of a sudden weren't working, and then the cop that shows
What a coincidence. The cameras weren't working.
up, his radio's not working, and then I really find it peculiar, the timing. The lieutenant governor.
These things I wasn't aware. I wasn't aware that you have the cameras in the subway not working. Mind you, there's a camera in the subways of New York City every 10 feet, damn near. It's very difficult to go to a New York subway and not be filmed from 15 angles, minimum. All right, minimum 4 angles. 4 angles, minimum. You walk up the stairs to a train station, an elevated train, or you walk down the stairs to an underground train. By the time you walk in from the entrance to passing the, what's that called? The token booth clerk, you're going to be videotaped at least from 2 angles. When you get on the platform, in the middle of the platform where the conductors pull in, wherever the conductor's box is, that's the guy who opens up the doors. He then has 2 big screens that, and when I say big screens, let's say 24 by 24 square screens. They're encased in plexiglass, and they're pretty clear. I wouldn't say 4K, but you can see down the whole platform. So he knows whether or not everybody's feet are in and there's no one being dragged. So you have at least 5 different cameras on each platform that is on record. They're just not playing live so that the conductor will be able to let you in and off the train clearly, like he can see clearly. No. These things are being recorded like 10 years ago, 20 years ago. So it's just so convenient that none of these things are working. Anyway, let me continue.
They put some conspiracy fraud or whatever. So the timing of this whole thing, yeah, I don't know.
Hang on.
I don't know.
Stay
It's a
with
little
me.
funky.
Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. A black mayor,
Yeah.
a black commissioner,
A black man, right?
a black shooter, a black lieutenant
police.
governor thief. Okay,
Damn.
it's a black quagmire. if you want to get something,
Exactly. And this guy.
hang on.
I you know that Star just said that we have the lieutenant governor who's just resigned because of some campaign monies issues, and we have the captain of the police. She's a female black woman from out of Long Island, Nassau County Police. Now she's the police chief here. She's another ADOS woman, American descendant of slavery. And we have the mayor, who's also an American descendant of slavery, and this is also a democratic city. So it appears that whenever you have these democratic cities along this East Coast, what you'll find is massive amounts of crime, a lot of pandering to the camera about stopping the violence, but it'll never stop, and the cities become trash. So I'm curious to see what's happening with this city, and will there be this, will the city start to just decay, for a lack of a better word.
If you want to get something done, blame the blacks. I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
Exactly. And this guy got like 3 first names. What's his name? Like Robert Michael James or something. He's got first thing. This whole thing is just, I don't believe it.
I'm glad this caller mentioned that, because this guy has 3 first names, just like a lot of assassins. James Wolfe and all these, I don't even want to go into the names, but we all know these first name killers. This Matrix loves it. And also, let's not forget that it happened on 36th Street, and that's gematria and all that kind of stuff, That's just, anyway.
I don't believe it. Come on, this guy doesn't even have a last name.
Hey, I appreciate the call,
I don't believe it.
Have a good day. Thank you.
All right, man.
Yes, sir. A black mayor, a black commissioner, a black shooter, and a black thief. A thieving lieutenant governor who did resign. 2216, shout out from Nebraska. And yes, blacks are here. Appreciate mature, intelligent conversations. Thank you for your donation. I've never been to Nebraska. I always wanted to go. Yeah, I know black folks are there. Black folks have been there, cultivating the land and all sorts of things. I mean, I've always wanted to go there. I used to watch, westerns from the 50s and the 60s and, stuff like that. I just never made it. Thank you for tapping it. Okay. Guys, also on the screen, my new showrunner. Is simping now cost effective? Well, let me just roll this out. We'll come back to the Palm Springs reparations. You don't care about that. They are going to get those reparations too, the transgender community. Not that I'm hating. Is simping now cost effective? I'm against simping, always have been. But I understand that we need simps. Simps make the world go round. I have profited off of simps for many years. I'm not going to talk about my activity with girls out there on a stroll. But now, if this makes sense, is simping now more cost effective? Keyword, cost effective. Pay for a little something, you make a donation, and you get what you want to see. It's all at your fingertips. There's no more porn stars. They're all porn sluts, trash. There's an overabundance of girls everywhere. Porn everywhere. Is it more cost effective now for a man? Or even maybe you're not a man, maybe you're just a male. Spend a little Skrilla, maybe 30, 40 bucks a week. You get what you want. The sexual satisfaction, the mental gratification, and that's it. You don't have to look at her for the rest of your life, or you don't have to deal with her for 18 years and pay child support. Is simping now cost effective? And I hate to even give it any light like that. But this is the objective perspective. Hang on a second, somebody sent in a donation. Star, look up black identity extremist. I have, sir, many times. The FBI was actively looking for a black terrorist 3 years ago as a counterpart to white shooters on the loose. Sir, you're absolutely right. The messenger to the black man, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, spoke about black turncoats, black Judas, and the fact that the worst devil is a black devil.
Oh, no.
How'd this man get away? Frank Robert James. He's working for the government. I'm looking at his picture. Looks like he's got bad knees.
Oh my God, stop. Oh my
Fired
God.
numerous shots inside an N-line subway car. 36th Street and 4th Avenue. I know that area very, very well. There's cameras over there. Thank you for your donation. I'm going to area code 714. Hang on a second. How do I say your name? Is it Jeff? I'm just going to say Jeff. Geof. Salute to you. Okay, let's say salute to your journey thus far. I sent you a video from the subway attack yesterday. Hashtag they always watching. Okay. I got that. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the link. Tim from Walmart. Hey, Star, I apologize for blowing your cover whenever you come into my store to see me. I just be so excited to see you. Please respond to my text.
Oh my God.
Okay, someone's pretending to be the little white zesty guy at Walmart who always runs up. He's so helpful. And who was in the comments for last night's show talking about Star, you had a scandal too. Never had any scandal with the goddamn Transformer. Stop it. Stop it. I'm sexually confident in who and what I am. I don't give a goddamn about explaining, as Benzino has been doing, trying to prove his that he's heterosexual. Hey, 714, good afternoon, doing research. Are you up to speed? 714 012 012 012. Give him a second, they probably got
Hello?
it. Yes, good afternoon.
Yo.
Yes, good afternoon.
Oh, hey, y'all.
Hey,
How's it going?
hey, it's going, sir. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Yeah. Just wanted to talk about a couple of the topics. I'm just new to YouTube in general. I just sent
Okay.
a donation a couple of days ago.
Thank
Fatboy
you.
Yummy. I'm
Thank
sorry, I just sent a little bullshit one today. I know it probably.
It's okay, but just watch the profanity, sir. The algorithm is very.
Oh, sorry.
It's very
Sorry
different.
about that.
It's different in
Sorry.
the afternoons. Okay, so what do you want to start? So how about we start with the shooter up in Brooklyn, New York, Frank Robert James, 62 years of age, please.
Yeah, just overreaction, really. I mean, if deaths happen, then I can kind of agree, but we dealing with so much in the world right now, just somebody frustrated. Sometimes the only way to let go of that aggression, that everybody got hate. It's just depending on how you use it. Like I preach, everybody should have hate. Just don't use violent hate. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You go have everything. There's a counterbalance to everything in life. Like you can't just have, everybody should be good. Then what's bad?
Right.
You know, so
Right.
it was just gonna happen. We just don't know what he's dealing with psychological, because we're not in his brain. You know, he could honestly, if the stuff I've been through in my life, we don't have time to go through it when what I'm currently going through. But if I had a gun, I don't know, I would just shoot it off in the air, just for a sign that my reality is this a simulation, just with all the things I'm going through. So you almost gotta psychoanalyze
Did he just say, are we in a simulation? What?
the situation,
Right.
and see. You can't just be so reactive to every little thing without diving deep into the psyche of someone.
Right. Now, have you seen some of his videos? If he is the shooter, he's got a YouTube platform. I watched a couple of his videos yesterday.
I'll get this. No, I'll go check them out. This is like, I didn't even think I would talk to you. This is my first time doing everything. Like I've been on social. I've never been on social. So all this is new to me. Like social media, interacting with people, all this stuff. I've been off the grid. But yeah, I definitely go check it out. But like I said, I really.
He said he's been off the grid. Were you in prison, sir? Is that what's going on?
Just by getting keen perspectives from different people, seeing it, and the things I've been through in life, I can already just kind of tell what he, similar things, what he's going through, and it's just always deeper than the action.
Stay with me, sir. Stay with me. Are you the shooter? Are you Frank Robert James calling me?
No, I am just a guy who's about to be homeless, writing a book, and I'm a.
You sound like an older man, sir. Might you be Frank Robert James? calling me to tell tell your story? Your story sounds similar to his. You're talking about everybody has hate, frustration.
Mm-hmm.
Did you pull the trigger?
I mean,
did you pull the trigger?
If Frank was, I don't know if I can say this because algorithm, if he was inappropriately touched as a kid, burned, stabbed, shot, seen friends die, probably the only living person of all his childhood friends. He's from California and his real name is Louis Sorrell. Then yes, I am the shooter.
Louis Farrell, I am the shooter.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not giving him a pass or judgment. I just don't know what's in his psyche. I just know people in life in general go through so much that you have to always dive deeper than to just have a blunt reaction to what someone's going through. Like I've said.
Now, hang on a second. Let me throw you something at you. Can I ask, how old are you? How old are you?
Oh, 39.
Okay. You sound older. Are you sure? Keep it real.
I mean, we've all been here before. I mean, I could be. I love that you're an atheist because one day I'm gonna call in and we can have a little back and forth on that. You know, so.
Well, sir, I'm an objectivist. I'm more than an atheist.
Go ahead.
I do believe in something. I believe in me. But
no, of course.
I throw the term atheist out there so people can get a quick fix understanding that I do not subscribe to the theory of God. But okay, so you said we've all been here before. In your mind right now, you're 39, but you could be older, is what you're saying. You could be older.
Oh, I am. It's you are what your life experience put on you.
Right.
I've been through a lot. I also believe, whether you believe or not, Einstein already proved the existence of energy. And if you, from a scientific point, we hold energy. So therefore, if you just
energy and matter.
Exactly. And also energy doesn't die. So of course, if you just want to go to the spectrum of when our energy leaves, it's not so balloons and butterflies heaven, but you do ascend somewhere. We don't know where. But I've been through, I died for about, probably it was about 30 seconds and I came back. People don't believe me, and that's fine. That's their choice. But I feel like...
Hang on, stay with me. Now, I think I've been here on this planet 975 years. I don't talk about that too often. I talk about that to myself in the mornings when I'm walking around. Because I always talk to myself. In my mind, I've lived a few times.
Wait, but before you started...
I was a plantation owner in the South.
The smartest people that ever lived...
Hang on. I was a plantation owner, a slave breeder in the early days of slavery here in this country. Put that out there too often, but so I'm not going against what you're saying. Again, I'm doing the conspiracy thing here this afternoon. So let's go back for a second with regards to this guy who may be a CIA agent.
Facts.
Might be a CIA agent. Have you ever worked for the government, sir? Are you a former military yourself?
No, like I said, Star, it's just life experience. I grew up in Compton, and it's just life experience. I've studied different Buddhism, Taoism, Christianity, Israelite, just different beliefs. And my teacher, Alan Watts, a philosopher, I listen to him every day.
Okay.
So it's just I just have a different perspective, and it kind of leaks to the simping thing that you said, because I was reliant in my relationship, and I didn't start none of this YouTube channel, writing a book about all this stuff. I just did this 4 days ago until I got broken up with. And
you snapped.
Like,
no, listen, sir. Hang on. I want you to email me. Let's get you back on the show here. I don't want to do too much right now. I think we've had a hearty conversation. Send me an email. Let's get you back on the show. If not tomorrow, Friday. Let's talk a little bit more, because we're talking right now. We're talking. I'm not afraid to go where you want to go, in terms of a deep dive, but I want to take some other calls. But I appreciate your donation, man. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you. Take care.
Okay. Was that the shooter, folks? Was that the shooter?
Earlier today, I sent a super chat. Oh, no, a cash app. And this is around the time when I sent it, because I was able to listen to a few minutes. But this is where my mind frame was, listening to this caller earlier. That's why I sent this. You hear it if Star.
You know, many shooters, killers, especially serial killers throughout history, have called radio shows, television, broadcast, and spoke to the commentators or the host to get a gauge of how the public is perceiving them. Anybody know what I'm talking about in that live chat? You cannot look down upon your audience. You have to let them talk. Listen. I'm a great listener, you know. It's something now cost effective. Guys, I need to promote some sponsors. Hold on a second. On YouTube, make sure you check out Devious J. Okay, his YouTube channel is youtube.com/7Devious. Tell him I sent you, please. Great guy. He called in last night. Okay. Skylar Saunders just called in. We spoke earlier. I'm going to rotate Skylar's banner to the top of the section, I think, tomorrow. Also on the screen, CaspersAcademy.com. Please go there. Tell him I sent you. Casper's Academy. 585, sit tight, I'm coming back to you. Also on the screen, Yomi Collectibles. KB called in, was it last night or the night before? Please go check out YomiCollectibles.com. Hold on. Great products, as you've seen me promote them before. Okay, snapbacks, great quality, and also the merchandise is packaged very, very professionally. Okay, there's KB right there. You see the ice, the watch flooded. He sends out really nice, what we used to call chout skis back in the days of marketing and promotion. He puts money into his products. Sends out cigars. Nice box.
Minutes now. Let's try again. Okay, that's not working. Thank you so much. Technical difficulties. The Star Show was pretty damn amazing. I love you.